already know what it is, man. Who is that? Royce motherfucking Christian. We rocking with it, man. Who we got right here?
D-Lo the motherfucking doctor.
Yeah,
the bitch hopper.
Man. Hey, it been a long time, bro.
Yes, yes indeed, bro.
I see you
happy to be here. Yeah, happy to be here, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying,
Let's
man.
get it.
Hey, look, man. First off, man, hey, how can they get at you, man, to get these beats, man?
Well, you can get at me through my official YouTube channel, D-Lo the Doctor, youtube.com, www.youtube.com/D-Lo the Doctor. And on each beat that you click on, it'll have my website link, which is the direct link to the beat. So that's how you can get at me, man. I got the slaps for days.
Alright.
You know, a nigga be putting in work.
Hell yeah, man. And I see you in a collaboration, man, with Industry Soundz and shit too, right?
Yeah, that's my nigga. Shout out to my nigga Mav KC.
Yeah.
You know, my nigga since day one, you know, so we always gonna be rocking.
Yeah, that's what it is, man. I like that, man. Hey, you got any producers you want to shout out, man?
Yeah, man, I gotta give a shout out to my nigga, the GOAT, Boy Genius.
Man.
That's my nigga, man.
That's my guy.
My favorite producer from KC.
Yeah.
You know, and then my nigga Cool Breeze, aka Sauced Up Beats. He's also in partnership with Industry Soundz. Then my nigga Tank Ross, Rollo Banks, all the niggas that I know from KC putting in work, getting the slaps in.
Hey, so tell us, man, where D-Lo grow up at, man?
D-Lo the Doctor, 4 Block, Trayside, KC.
Hell yeah. Hey, so what was that like, man, coming up, man?
Man, it was cool, man, because I had my grandparents there, you know. They was always supporting the dream and always made sure I stay out the streets. You know, I stayed out the streets, but I know the streets, you know, because there's a way you got to distinguish it. You know, you might not be in the streets, but you done seen some shit, you done heard some shit, so you know how to survive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's just how it is, and that's mainly how a lot of your typical rappers are. They done seen it, so they reporting it. You know, it ain't like they ever been through it, but, you know, it was cool, man. Cool upbringing.
Yeah, that's what's up. So you had like a balance, you know what I'm saying? Balanced lifestyle, man. You know, growing up. You got a chance to be a kid.
Yeah, straight up.
Man. No internet. Well, it was internet, but it wasn't no Instagram and shit, you know?
Nah, we was outside till the street lights came on, you know, doing our thing as kids, and you know, that's what I see nowadays with kids. You know, they always on their phone, but we was out there in the streets, in the trenches. Yeah. You know, out there on the mongoose bikes.
Yeah.
Going around the neighborhood trying to get into some trouble, you know.
Yeah, turning the bike upside down, fixing the chain pop.
Right. Shit like that.
Yeah, that's real shit, man. Hey, so what made you want to get into music, like, man? You know?
Man, it was just, it started out from, you know, being in the church, you know. Being in the choir, and then, you know, I was always fascinated by instruments more than I was singing. You know how it is on Sunday morning, you know, grandma try to get you to sing and all that. You don't want to do all that. So I was more fascinated when it came to instrumentation, you know. I always paid attention to the musicians in church, like the organists, the guitarists, the drummers, and that shit just always turned me on. So I was always up there messing with the organs, messing with any instrument I could get my hands on, you know, and that's the basis of how I got started for real on music, on the music tip.
Yeah, so like what was like any influences besides, you know, the church setting, you know what I'm saying?
Man, it's crazy because I got an old soul, so, you know, I was always brought up on the old school music, and I just love how that old school music sounded with the live instruments and shit. So, you know, Isley Brothers, the Gap Band, you know, all the old school bands like that. And then I'd say Teddy Riley, Devontae Swing, Jodeci, yeah, all that
swing era.
Yeah, man, yeah, all those producers really just inspired me from an early age, because, you know, moms was always playing that shit, so I got to hear everything, and I was always studying and deciphering, like, how the fuck did they make that beat, man, or how did they make that arrangement? So being intrigued from all that, man, that's how I really got started, you know, just I studied music more than I listened to it.
Yeah, like the old Simpsons and shit.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, man. That was a cold era right there.
Yeah, man. The 90s music, man, that's the basis for my whole sound. That's why I'm able to touch all perimeters, man. Like,
I see you use a lot of reverb.
Right, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I studied the shit, man, and then try to flip it into my own little style. So that's how it came along, bro.
Yeah. So where'd you go to school at, man?
elementary school, I went to Hartman Elementary. You know, this was back in the magnet school days. So I went to Hartman Elementary for elementary school from kindergarten to second grade. Then I went to Hale Cook from 3rd to 5th. You know, like I said, magnet school, you know, where they used to bust niggas out from the inner city to the nice neighborhoods, the nice white neighborhoods. I was going to school on 75th in Pennsylvania, but I'm living on 40th in Montgall, so.
Yeah. Hey, you was moving on up, really.
Yeah.
You know, that's when out south was good like that.
Yeah. And you know, 6th grade, I went to school in the trenches, Ace Middle School. That was on 45th and Spruce.
Yeah.
So I was in the trenches in that school, and you know, nigga like me going to school fighting every day, you know it's a bad school, because I was a nigga trying to be cool with everybody, but that taught me how to really defend myself, because you know, motherfuckers will test you even if you that chill nigga in school that don't want to cause problems. So I got into a lot of fights my 6th grade year.
Yeah, hell yeah, man.
Also lost my virginity. You grow up in the hood, you grow up fast. You girls ready to throw it at you at an early age.
I was playing hide and go get it and shit.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Man.
12 years old is when it started.
Yeah, I was too short. Was he your mentor?
Man, Blowjob Betty. I was on that shit back then. Freaky Tales. I was already listening to all that shit. Nigga grew up too fast, man.
Hey, real life though, man. So like, did you want to rap then?
Yeah, actually rapping was what I was into before I got into producing, man. I remember I used to be in class in my notebook, you know, like whenever I wasn't doing schoolwork, because I was always into school and shit, but whenever I got a chance, I pulled out the wide rule 70-page notebook and was just writing rhymes, bro.
Yeah.
Like in class, I'd be writing about a girl I might like across the room, like writing about her appearance and shit. I just always like to be fully detailed when I was rapping, man.
Yeah,
like tell a story from whatever my surroundings or whatever.
Yep, that's real talk, man. Hey, so look, I'm gonna ask you this, man. Making your music, what was the first track you ever recorded, man?
The first track, rapping?
Yeah.
Man, that was when I was about 14.
Oh shit.
Okay, so
What'd you go by?
I went by Lil Deezy back then. Lil Deezy, because Lil Wayne has such an influence on everybody, so he was Weezy F Baby, so I was like, shit, I'm DeMonte, so I'm going to change my name to Deezy F Baby, just to be influenced by Lil Wayne. So it was Lil Deezy. I went by Lil Deezy, and the first instrumental that I recorded to was that Tonight by DJ Quick, that beat.
Yeah.
I made my own version of Tonight.
I see you got the curl, man, and you got the socks hat on.
Yeah. People always be like, bro, you look like Eazy-E.
Yeah.
That's what people always tell me.
Hey, man, that's dope, man. But you know what? I see a lot of niggas doing that shit, man. Shout out to what's my boy G Perico.
Yeah, G Perico, that nigga, straight up look like an old school nigga
man,
from the 90s.
Coming with it, man. You got shout out to Tony Danza.
Yeah, shout out to him. Shout out
to Larry June, man, that's doing that shit.
My nigga Larry June, you know, Larry June, man, that's what I like about him, because he's bringing back the pimp rap, man. Because you know, I really like Sugar Free, I really like Too Short, I really like Pimp C. Everybody that was spitting that pimp shit.
Yeah, that shit just kind of reminds me of like retro mob music. Yeah. Because Larry June, them beats that he picked, man, they kind of remind me of old Bessie Mark beats. Right. RBL Posse. You know what I'm saying? Type beats. You know what I mean?
Right. That's why I fucks with Larry June. Like he might not be everybody's favorite, but I fucks with Larry June just based off, you know, his swag and his charisma, like his whole sauce, man. Like it's bringing the old school 90s California sound back.
Yeah.
Him and Cardo.
Hell yeah, man. Speaking of which, man, like in that coming in out of Kansas City, like who were some of your influences from here?
Man, like I said, my boy Genius, you know, like since day one we've been rocking, and I've always like studied his beats and deciphered his beats. Like, man, how can I make some shit like him? Because even with the samples, I noticed that he was always putting some shit behind it. It was more than just looping it and put some drums behind it. He's actually adding instruments and like layering it with his sound. So I say he's a big influence. And Nate D. Nate D's another cold nigga, man.
Yeah, straight up.
Nate D's another cold nigga. Like I like him because I can just tell, you know, he's real melodic and real instrument based. Like he really knows his shit. So
hell yeah. What rappers from Kansas City did you grow up listening to, or that stuck out to you as a youngster?
Definitely got to go with Rich, man. Rich, Tech Nine, you know, because the first Tech Nine album that I really got into was Angelic. I got into Angelic when it came out. It's alive. That shit was going crazy all around the city. That was that was my 3rd grade year of high school.
Shout out to Don Juan, boy.
Yeah, Don Juan. Yeah, that's another influence.
Yeah.
Don Juan always holler at me on Facebook and tell me that he's proud of me, man, and that's big time shit because he's a KC legend.
Yeah, man. I holler at him from time to time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, man, just a real solid dude. Don't
Straight
be
up. Exactly.
He give you some advice. He don't feel like there's no competition.
Right.
You know,
exactly.
There's enough room for all of us. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, that as soon as everybody get out the crab in the bucket mentality, you know, and just realize that there's room for everybody to be successful and grow, we can move forward as a city. That's what I always say.
Hell yeah.
Anything we want to do, even outside of music, we can just move forward as a city as soon as the crab in the bucket mentality just goes obsolete.
So like, you know, with that, man, doing music and growing up hearing that shit, man, you ever getting in trouble, man?
Yeah, I mean, I had a couple run-ins, but my thing is I did all my shit, but I never got caught with it. So you know, that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of people base, you know, what you did off your criminal record. Yeah. You know, and I ain't got a criminal record, but shit, I was wilding just like anybody else. And then when I realized that I could possibly get into some trouble, I stopped, you know. Because when I lived in West KC, shout out to the Bluff. West KC, all my SA homies downtown, man, almost downtown, 23rd Street. When I was over there, that's where a lot of the trouble started, you know, because it's a little wild over there. It didn't calm down due to gentrification. But it was wild on West KC, and that's what made me a man, you know, and influenced me to really be who I am today. But yeah, we was wilding over there, but it slowed down, man. Moving to the suburbs.
Hey, what you say, music? Doing music and stuff like that, keep you grounded, keep your mind focused.
Most definitely, because I just realized that when a lot of my friends, you know, was getting in trouble, living their life, and I was at home, you know, working on beats and shit, I realized how much of an impact it was taking upon my life, seeing what they was going through. And I was like, nah, that ain't the path I want to follow.
Man, that's real. So, man, like, you know, me as a producer myself, man, right? And I notice that when I'm making beats, I can get lost in making beats, man. Like, do you feel like that, bro? Yes.
It's like I'm in a whole nother world. Like, sometimes, because I was actually diagnosed with synesthesia, or however you say it, where I can actually see sounds and shit.
Oh,
so when I'm making the beat, like, bro, I can see, like, I can see the vision of the whole beat, you know, I'm making a party beat, I can see the party setting, like, I can see red cups, red solo cups, I can see bad bitches all around the room, like, I can see a group of people dancing, like, I can just see that shit. It's like, you can see colors and you can see music.
So that's what that is, then.
Yeah, synesthesia, or however the hell you pronounce it.
I got that, I know what you mean, and I be having that feeling like, man, like, yo, this motherfucker right here.
Yeah, like, this was diagnosed too. This ain't no shit I'm making up. I went to the doctor and they diagnosed that shit. Like, they said, like, you see colors and sounds and shit, like,
man, I just
crazy.
I hear voices, like, I hear a beat, you know what I'm saying? I start whipping it up, and I'm like, man, I hear so and so on this.
Yeah, bro, all the time, bro.
Yeah.